You guys let me know in the comments who you want to hear more from, and I listen. So here you go. You know the story. I went to Investfest. I met these 5 high-achieving entrepreneurs, and I got to interview them. But this is part 2, so only 3 of them are in this one. Don't miss the end.
One piece of advice that I do give everybody that I interact with is if you do have kids, I have 2 of my own.
I don't.
Make sure you put your kids on your credit cards as authorized users. So by the time they're 18, they can actually walk into the bank with a 750 credit score, and they can access the capital to then go become an investor and do whatever it is that they desire to do. That's like my feedback on my last gem that I wanted to give.
Inflation is at an 8% rate right now. It's almost twice as much that you're paying for eggs,
Which is
bread,
huge.
or whatever.
What's a great way we can respond to this?
Yeah, so a great way a person can respond to this is, 1, get over the financial trauma that's in your life. So what I mean by that is a lot of us, we have so much financial trauma that we haven't identified it as financial trauma. And financial trauma could look several different ways. 1, I'm just afraid to move my money. I'm afraid to consider something different. Another financial trauma is living paycheck to paycheck. Every time I get money, literally, it's like money is like a hot potato. I gotta hurry up and get it out of my hands. You know, that's another sign of financial trauma. Hoarding money, afraid to spend it, that is financial trauma. And so first of all, identifying that you have that, okay? And then just getting with a licensed professional that can help you do some things with your money. And licensed professionals could be very affordable. I know a lot of times people think that I don't have enough money to be able to do that. Whether you're a person that only has a couple of $100s of disposable income, or if you have $100,000 of disposable income, there's always some sort of professional that can help guide you to where you can put your money and better duplicate it versus it just sitting still.
So I'm guessing you eat clean, pretty clean. You got good community.
Yes, absolutely.
Do you watch TV or?
Not really. So I barely watch TV. I eat pretty good. I work out 6 times a week. I listen to a lot of music, but that's because that's spirituals for me. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people listen to podcasts, but for me, I listen to music that feeds my soul, that's gonna make me want to elevate and do better. So I'm still conscious of what it is that I listen to, and very much conscious of what it is that I watch.
My last question, what's one core habit that you integrated that you feel has really helped exponentially over time change your life?
One core habit, I would say, and I don't even know if it would be a habit. Actually, it would be a habit. Working out. So what a lot of people don't know from a psychological standpoint is that working out actually releases endorphins, which is stress chemicals from your body and your brain, right? So working out helps build that discipline, and when you actually build that discipline, it then transitions over to the rest of your life. So for me, I wake up at 4:30 a.m., I work out because that sets the tone for my day, and I'm able to be more effective throughout the course of the day.
Talking about discipline, what's one core habit that you've just stuck with that you feel like has helped transcend you over time?
Making up my bed. I know it's not that deep. I know it's not that deep, but making my bed. Even if I stay in a hotel, like even for this event, I did a staycation. I live here in Georgia, but decided to stay downtown so I didn't have to travel back and forth. But even whether I'm staying in a hotel, Airbnb, or anything like that, I'm making that bed. That's going to happen. That's the one thing when I wake up in the day tells me I have the ability to accomplish something. So make up that bed, pick up the little clothes around me, that sort of thing is a discipline, because again, at some point, if you lack that discipline, you're going to be praying for a miracle of this house not to be nasty. Like, get somebody help me to come and clean this house.
I can relate.
So yeah, I know it's not that deep, but yeah.
That's a certain level of commitment, because I do it generally, but in a hotel even, that means you really committed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has to be natural for you. So for example, I spend a lot of time outside of the house, okay? I spent a month in Dubai in June. I spent another month in Dubai in February. I was in Sedona, Utah. I travel often.
Okay.
And so because I travel so much, I can't lose the practice and the discipline when I'm away, because that means that when I get home, I'm going to lose that. It's no longer in my body to do those things. So I have to practice it whether I'm home or whether I'm abroad.
What's one tax tip that you would be willing to share that people, you feel like people don't really know? Or a key one?
Well, one tip I do want to give for if you're hiring a contractor, right? Before you hire that contractor, there is a form, just like as if you were going to a job and you were getting hired at a job, you have the W-4 form. When you're hiring an independent contractor, you want to make sure you put a W-9 in place first so that at the end of the year, you can 1099 your contractor, which means whatever money that you paid your contractor for their service, you can now account for, use that as an expense, send them a 1099 so now they can do their taxes with that money. If you don't have a W-9 in place and if you don't 1099 the contractor, your business has to claim that money. So that's one little tip I want to give out to the people.
Thank you, Ty. I've been fascinated with this idea of momentum. Like that word, because I get it. I see what you're saying. I look at everything, even with this channel. Momentum dies. Something so difficult about starting up something that is just dead from zero. And it's so much easier to just maintain some level of energy, right? And motion. So I'm receiving, I believe some people will really receive what you have to say.
Tell you the power of momentum, because even having that momentum in our money, I don't think people really understand that you can even get momentum not only in your business, but you can get it in your money. But that only comes through budgeting. That comes through really knowing where your money is. Like, we are a corporation, and I don't think people understand that. Like, you and your money is a corporation. You think about Chick-fil-A or Macy's or all of your bigger companies, they always know where their money is. They know how it's coming in, they know how it's going out, right? And them knowing that creates that momentum and it also gives it the ability to compound as well. That's what momentum does too. So creating momentum again in our disciplines and stuff like that, it compounds. It's just a little bit at a time. It just compounds until it just explodes. That's the power of momentum. And yeah, I like that word. I'm gonna start using that word, momentum, because I use compound a lot. But in order for something to compound, it does take that momentum, to just kind of get it going. And once it's going, ooh. Yeah, okay.
Thank you for watching. I have homework for you. 2 things. Number 1, apply one thing you took away from the video and subscribe. In the meantime, check out part 1 of this video or one of my other super dope interviews.